The Anglican Church became England's official church during Queen Elizabeth's reign from 1558 to 1603. At this time, there was growing tension between Catholics and Protestants. English Catholics wanted the Church of England to stress traditional Catholic practices, while English Protestants, following Calvinist ideals, wanted to return to the pure Christianity of the New Testament. The Church under Queen Elizabeth tried to balance between the Anglo-Catholics and the Protestants. The more radical Protestants felt that the Anglican Church was still too much like the Church of Rome. This group wanted to purify Anglicanism, so they were called Puritans. The Puritans were not satisfied with the slow progress of the Protestant Reformation in England and what they felt was a corrupt and worldly Church of England. In 1606, a small group of extreme Puritans called Separatists broke away from the Church of England completely. The Separatists went into exile, departing for Holland in 1608 to escape persecution for treason against the Church of England. After living with the Dutch for 12 years, the Separatists longed for the English way of life and decided to transplant their customs to the New World. After negotiation with the Virginia Company of London, the Separatists secured the right to establish a settlement near the mouth of the Hudson River. In 1620, about 100 pilgrims boarded the Mayflower for the New World. A storm caused them to miss their destination, pushing them north of the Virginia Company off the coast of New England. They did not make their initial landing at Plymouth Rock as commonly believed. Instead, they surveyed the area and settled on the shore of Plymouth Bay. The Pilgrims believed that Plymouth Bay was outside the jurisdiction of the Virginia Company. Although they did not have the king's authority to establish their own government, they drew up a formal agreement called the Mayflower Compact before going ashore. This compact established the standard for written laws in the New World. It was signed by 41 adult men on the Mayflower. The Mayflower Compact is very brief, less than 200 words, yet as far-reaching as any document ever written. The compact contained the basic ideals of American democracy as we know it today. It gave each man the right to participate in the enactment of laws and assured him of just and equal treatment. The Pilgrims who signed the compact met as the General Court in open discussion town meetings and chose William Bradford as their first governor. They also chose his Council of Assistants, and eventually others were admitted as members, or freemen, but only if they were church members. Having landed on the Massachusetts shore in the middle of winter, the Pilgrims' first months spent trying to build the settlement were very difficult. About half of the settlers died during the first winter. That spring, the Separatists met an Indian they named Squanto, who spoke English. He and his fellow Indians showed them where to fish and how to farm. The settlers worked hard and had a bountiful harvest in the fall of 1621, and to celebrate their good fortune, they prepared the first Thanksgiving feast.
Our harvest being gotten in, our governor sent 4 men on fowling, so that we might after a special manner rejoice together after we'd gathered the fruit of our labors. Edward Winslow, December 12th, 1621.
The Pilgrims established friendly relations with the Indians in the area.
Many of the Indians coming amongst us, and among the rest of their greatest king Massasoit, with some 90 men whom for 3 days we entertained and feasted, and they went out and killed 5 deer, which they brought to the plantation and bestowed on our governor and upon the captain and others.
The Pilgrims developed an economy based on fur, fish, and lumber. While the Pilgrims continued to take advantage of the bountiful forests and wild game, the colony never grew to be very large. In 1650, there were still fewer than 1,000 settlers at Plymouth, and in 1691, it merged with the Massachusetts Bay Colony.